Everybody in this world got a special place called home. And everybody in this world got a place called home. Whether you're the in a foreign in the cold, rep your area code. Check the area code, rep the area code. Anyway.
Hey everybody, again, I'm Juvandy. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be a quick cook-up recipe. A lady by the name of Farah Mahadi reached out to me on my website, itchjuvandy.com, shameless plug. But she reached out to me requesting a cook-up recipe. So here goes nothing. All the ingredients will be listed below in the description box for you to follow along with. But I am starting off with two pots, one smaller pot for the peas and one for the saltfish. I am just going to have them come to a boil, and I added some salt to the smaller pot for the peas and a little bit of oil to the pot for the saltfish. Once that water comes to a boil, I am going to add 1 cup of pink peas or red peas of your choice. I had red peas, so I used that, and I'm just going to have that come to a boil. And I'm going to have that going for about 45 minutes to an hour. Same thing for the saltfish. I'm going to have them boil on medium heat for about an hour. Alright, now I'm going to start working on the chicken. I'm using chicken wings for this recipe. Cook-up is mostly known for having baconet and pork in it. I don't eat pork, so I won't be using either of those, but I will be using some chicken wings. And here I am seasoning them up, and then I'm going to place them on a baking sheet and put them in the oven on 400 degrees for about 45 to 50 minutes. The reason why I cook the chicken separately instead of boiling it in the pot is because I don't like to see the chicken wings bloody, so I just do everything separately. And as you can see, after a couple minutes, the peas water has boiled out, so I'm going to just add some more water to that pot and then drain the saltfish because the fish doesn't take that long to cook. I'm going to drain that and set it aside and then start working on the cook-up itself. So I'm going into a pot with some fresh water and I'm adding seasoning to it and about 2 tablespoons of gravy browning. And then I'm adding some onions, green onions, and here you can also add thyme, other peppers like red, green, pink pepper, but whatever color pepper you have, you add the peppers to this. At this point, I don't have any thyme. We call it thyme, but it's spelled T-H-Y-M-E. So I'm using a bunch of Italian seasoning for that because I don't have any of those. And then I'm going to go in with 3 cups of rice and I'm going to wash that and set it aside as well. Okay, now that we have our rice washed and the cook-up itself has come to a boil, I'm going to pour over the remainder of the water that's in the peas and add that to the cook-up pot itself. And then stir that together and cover it for a few minutes, about 5 minutes, and then go in with the baked chicken. I'm using 10 chicken wings for this recipe as well. Alright, so once I'm done adding the chicken wings, I'm going to cover the pot for about 10 minutes so everything comes to a boil at even temperatures and then move on to the next couple steps. Alright, so now that we have the peas and chicken at an even temperature, I'm going to go in with my 3 cups of rice. I'm going to stir that in, and then I'm also going to go in with the saltfish that we drained earlier and stir that in as well. The reason why we're doing the rice and the saltfish last is because they tend to cook the fastest and to, yeah. Alright, once that's come to another boil, I'm going to cover the pot for about another 10 to 15 minutes or until the water is completely evaporated, and use this time to make sure everything is seasoned properly, to add more water, add more seasoning, whatever your preference. Be sure to check your cook-up halfway through and stir it to avoid sticking at the bottom of the pot as well. All right, and now that the water is mostly gone, I'm going to give it one last stir, and then that's the end of it. You don't want it too dry, so now would be a good time to turn off your burner, and there you have it. My completed quick cook-up recipe minus the pork. And be sure to check the description box for all the ingredients and step by step. Bye.
We never gonna rest till everybody bless. Make sure say everybody bless. Yeah, yeah. Everybody bless. Miss up one and in the sky, the other on your chest.